All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing tonight? Wow. How are you doing tonight? I am super excited to be here tonight. Honored guests, contest master, fellow masters of toast, thank you. I have an amazing product that I just know you are all going to love. Okay, now tell me if this is familiar. You're with a group of people, maybe in a meeting, maybe sitting in a class, when all of a sudden you hear something insulting. Or how about this? You're minding your own business, you're scrolling down your Facebook feed, when suddenly you see something offensive. Your hands start to shake, your armpits start to sweat, you feel dizzy, and then it hits you. You've just been outraged. That's right. You've just been outraged, and now you are a victim. If this has happened to you, then you need to know that you are not alone. Our surveys show that over 90% of Americans will suffer at least one incidence of acute outrage per week. For college students studying at liberal arts universities, this rate of incidence can rise to 3 or 4 times per day. The situation has become so dire that psychologists have coined a new disorder, chronic outrage syndrome, or COS. Chances are, if you spend more than 10 minutes a day reading anonymous internet comments or listening to talk radio, then you too could be a victim of COS. And ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you today that you no longer need to suffer in outraged silence. That's because I want to introduce you to the latest in outrage defense technology, the Personal Outrage Defense System, or POD. The POD is a man-portable device that, when activated by the user, deploys a personal safe space that shields the user from any and all outrageous material. But just how efficient is the POD? Well, to answer that question, let's go to our chief engineer, Dr. Werner von Scanlon. Doctor, Sankutravis.
Well, we have tested the pod extensively, and we have found that the pod is 100% effective for up to 10 minutes of exposure to a gender studies class, and up to 15 minutes of exposure to Fox News. Yeah, that is more than enough time for the user to retreat to a much larger safe space.
Wow, 15 minutes of Fox News. That is fantastic, Doc. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this technology is amazing. It is revolutionary. Just think of all the feelings that could be saved every day if everybody had a pod. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of feelings saved every day by a pod. Folks, this is amazing. Before the pod, our options of dealing with outrage were limited. You could turn around and walk away. You could protest. Or, as my grandmother once said, you could pull up your big kid britches and just deal with it. Whatever, Grandma. That is so old-fashioned and totally offensive to people who don't wear britches. Folks, these methods are old-fashioned, inefficient, and often ineffective. But the pod is 100% effective. Now, I can see that you are amazed by this technology. But what I'm about to tell you next is going to blow your minds. The premium version of the pod comes with an automatic outrage detection system that will automatically deploy when it detects outrageous material. All you have to do is type in your outrage parameters. We call them trigger warnings. And the pod will take care of the rest. If you have ever been stunned into silence because you were so outraged, then this is the product for you. Now, I can tell that this technology is amazing, that you are really astounded. but I also know that you are savvy consumers. You're asking, does this pod really work? Well, that's why I am going to personally demonstrate the effectiveness of the pod. That's right, I am going to put myself into the path of outrage in order to show you just how effective it is. Because I love you and I care about your feelings. Okay, the system is ready. I need my volunteer to say something outrageous.
You look greasy.
Dang, Lewis, that was actually really kind of... Engage! Kaboom! Wow, it's really nice in here. I feel really safe. Okay, I need my volunteer to say something outrageous again.
You voted third party?
Did you say something outrageous? I couldn't hear it because I'm in my safe space. There you have it, folks. Proof positive that the pod is 100% effective. Folks, Shakespeare once asked whether it was nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. But if he had had a pod, he wouldn't have had to ask that question. Folks, why would you deal with uncomfortable situations when you can just avoid them? With the pod, you can. Thanksgiving's coming up. You know those discussions are going to be had. Get yourself a pod. You never have to deal with that political discussion again. Folks, you need a pod. You need a pod. You need a pod. Your children need a pod. Your dog needs a pod. Your cat doesn't need a pod because it's a jerk. Was that offensive? Then you need a pod. Folks, why would you deal with outrage? Why would you deal with hurt feelings? When you can just avoid them. And you can have it all day for only 14 easy payments of $12.99. Get a pod!